Kathy here from Beads, Boxes, and Beyond, and I'm here to show you one of my journals, which is a very sci-fi futuristic journal. This is a flip through so you can see what it all entails. I've used some headlines from newspapers that I found in a book at a thrift store that are actual headlines and newspaper clippings, but they've minimized them and put them in a book. Kind of one of those history type things. So I've also have some ads, some actual ads that I found from an old antique catalog that is throughout this, and some postcards I ordered online. This book is made from an old discarded book cover with the insides that were too bad in repair to keep. And so I want to take a walkthrough. Hope you enjoy this. So here it is. As you open it up, the first page here's, I've got a couple of postcard type things that you can write on to add your thoughts and everything. I've got envelope pocket with one of these newspapers. Talks about the moon. And a bookmark. Is that cool? I think it's cool. So it's two tuck spots there. An ad on the rockets. Another postcard that you can write on. I got this from a card, and in here I found this in an antique store. Very odd postcard. Nothing written on it, but it does say that it's an atomic bomb explosion, and I thought it'd be appropriate for this little journal. And of course I found an article on some atomic bomb news here about they may be using hydrogen, so I thought that would be appropriate. But a tuck spot so you can put some of your own items in there. Flipped up the page here so I could make a pocket on the other side, but this is an ad from an old movie, and I wrote on here with some stars that I put in white ink here. The moon is the first milestone on the road to the stars. I thought that was kind of neat little saying. And this is an actual ad, or I should say article, about a space age playground ride that they were making long ago, in the 60s I would say. Atomic energy ad from an old magazine. Popular Mechanics, I believe it is. Some stamps. Another card here, sci-fi, and some stuff I found online, backed up so you can, actually I stamped that so you could write on the back in a little tuck spot. And this is another fold out where you can write. And this is from an auction catalog for some artwork and memorabilia, and the section was on sci-fi and science and movies. And so this is like, I'm not sure, but I think it might be 2001 Odyssey, but it was like drawings of their product design for spaceships. So anyways, it's a flip out so you can write on it. And here is another old sci-fi movie little poster, and it's just a little card you can write on. Another piece of card here from 1959. Looks like it's a postcard, Soviet. And I used that for a tuck spot, and inside it is an actual ephemera I found at the antique store that holds needles. I thought that was so cool, space age needle case. You can find a lot of these things at the antique store. It's very inexpensive, people. Lots of cool things you can tuck into books that you don't think of. If you got a theme going. Stamps, you know, I bought a thing of stamps and they were all space related at the antique store. This is a hardboard little moon that I purchased online. And I wrote on here, Houston, tranquility base here, the eagle has landed. The quote, heard around the world. So here's another one of those headlines from that history book that I had taken apart. I made a pocket here with another sci-fi looking thing, and just made a little booklet out of it for more writing, for notes. Another really cool poster. I found these really neat paper dolls. I thought those were really cool. An article here on what will it take to fly to the moon. This is an actual article out of one of the magazines. These really cool ladies here dressed in their sci-fi gear. And another one of the articles about photos of the moon. And then here I have a belly band with a futuristic looking sci-fi thing, and I have a card of an advertisement, neon advertisement for a motel, and it's backed so you can write on it. Radio guided rockets, and of course there's a picture of a rocket for you to get inspired to write about if you're a sci-fi person. Another old movie poster with some movie film there, and a little bit of drawing here. And of course it's just a little card that you can write on with graph paper. Here is a Soviet postcard that I backed so you could write on, flip out and write on. I drew some more stars on this page with my white gel pen, and it says, "Look up and get lost." I like that little saying. We have another clip here of some old movie tickets and an old sci-fi movie poster. Here's an actual ticket stub from a NASA tour at the Florida Space Center, John F. Kennedy Space Center. And there's some more of those stamps. And astronauts walk and work on the moon. And an envelope, and on the back side I have an article about an astronaut. And then inside I have a movie poster that you can backed up and you can write on. And then of course my business card, so you guys can get in touch with me if you need to. And that's it. So I hope that you really enjoyed taking a look at my journal, and you can catch me in my Etsy shop called Speeds, Boxes, and Beyond. So thank you very much for joining me today.